Hey guys, today's an awesome day. Today we get to introduce and talk about the new Savage Gear fishing reels. We have with us today our chief engineer, Robert Valkeneer, from our Savage Gear reel department, and we're going to do a Q&A session where we run through all the technical aspects and the amazing advantages of the new Savage Gear reels. Hey Robert.
Hi Mads.
Welcome.
Yes,
How are you doing?
you.
Good to see you, man.
I'm good to see you. How are you?
I'm great. So today is a fantastic day. We get to talk about all these new exciting reels here.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it?
So this is a 2.5-year project finally coming to realization of our own Savage Gear reels.
Spend a lot of time, effort, money.
And this is really important for our fishing. We as anglers, we all know how important the reel is. This is the kind of the machine room of the whole thing. I must say you guys did an amazing job here in listening very carefully to what we needed for our Savage Gear lure fishing reels. So today basically we're going to focus on our freshwater series.
Correct, yeah.
And there's a few questions I'd like to ask you. So first of all, I guess why we wanted to make Savage Gear reels from the beginning is because we want to innovate. We want to change the game by adding details and innovations to these fishing reels that we haven't seen so far.
That's what Savage Gear is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, and I feel that we really did a lot of things here that has changed the game. So first of all, if we can talk a little bit about our series, what sizes we bring to the market, as I understand it.
Yeah, we have 4 sizes in freshwater range. It's size 1000, 2500, 3000 and 4000. And next to that we have 4 different series. So starting at SG2, SG4, SG6, and our high-end reel at the moment is SG8.
Okay, so we cover basically everything from the ultralight spinning, finesse fishing, and up to the more heavy-duty pike salmon, and maybe also sander fishing. So I guess we got the whole program lined up and ready. So if we should talk about some of those key features that we really put a lot of effort in, you can say the main thing that we really looked at, of course, is the gear smoothness, but the line lay, the castability, we got the drag system, so features that we really put a lot of detail in. So this, I can say this is an all in-house project. So the fact that we are able to start a real project from scratch has made it's a big job.
It is, definitely.
And we did give you quite some challenge to get this right.
But we need to be ambitious, right?
Yeah, we need to be ambitious, and I really feel that we got all the basic things right for our fishing. Yeah. We're talking about 2 different speeds for the reels. We have...
Yeah, correct. We have a more traditional speed, 5.2 to 1 gear ratio. And next to that, on the sizes 2500, 3000 and 4000, we also have a 6.2 to 1 gear ratio. So
the higher speeds are predominant for the trout fishing, the pike fishing, even into the sea bass area.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's super cool. And what I know that we had a lot of talk about this with the line retrieve lengths and the momentum on the reel. So our high-speed reels, they really feel super smooth and easy to use.
Yeah, quite often with high-speed reels is the starting moment to start up spinning that gives you a lot of resistance. And I must say that we managed to take care of that.
Yeah, we got like the body and the rotor. If we talk about the body first, you can say we use a special composite material to keep the weight as far down as we have here. The reels are super light.
Yeah, in the series, the different series that we have, we use a special graphite component and also carbon. So we have basically the SG2, SG4. We use graphite composite, and above that it's moving up with carbon.
Okay, so that's what they feel, so durable and so strong, but still incredible lightweight.
Yeah.
when it comes to the rotor, we can say that we optimize the distance from the line roller to the edge of the spool. So you can see the rotors are super compact.
Yeah, that's something that we talked about quite a lot. To keep the right momentum, as you just mentioned, it is very important to have a minimum distance between the line roller and your spool. And you can tell what it did for your fishing. You know, you tested a lot of these reels.
I gotta say, just the feeling, the economical feeling, and the actual function of the casting, the retrieve, it's just super smooth.
Yeah, and that's what we were aiming at, right?
Yeah, you cracked this one really well. It's a fantastic reel to fish with, I gotta say. Also, you can feel that the ball bearings definitely is a good quality here. We're talking about 2 different styles of ball bearings that we use.
Even 3.
3 actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we use. You have. It's like with cars, with everything. You have different quality of ball bearings, and the higher you go in price level, the better ball bearings you have.
It's like butter.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. No, we use, for example, in the high spec reels, we use Japanese ball bearings, and then there's even a difference within these Japanese ball bearings, depending on the brand that you use. So that there is a lot of room for different quality settings in these reels.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I mean, from the SG2 all the way up to the SG8, the feeling is just amazing. You can really feel the quality here. So being an angler and having fished thousands of hours, also having a lot of people out on the boat, being in many fishing circumstances, I've noticed how important it is that you use the right grease and the right oil. To maintain your fishing reels. This is super important.
That's really a good topic that you mentioned, because if you talk about innovation, what we did, and basically it was your idea. What can we do with the grease to improve the functionality of a reel? You know, grease in a reel is very important.
Yep.
You need it because of the smoothness. You know, metal on metal, that doesn't work. You also need it for protection against water, corrosion, these kind of things. So what we did here is we have a very wide window of functionality, and then I mean in temperature. Normally, when grease is heating up, then it gets thinner, so it runs away.
Yes.
At a certain stage, you come even to a melting point, a drip point.
So it more or less disappears from the gearing.
Basically, it disappears. At the same time, when you go lower in temperature, north of Norway, for example, the grease gets thicker. Or
even Denmark, as we know. Even the leading brands on the market today, they have the problem with the anti-reverse function and the one-way roller bearing.
The first thing that will fail when it's getting colder is the anti-reverse function. So what we did, and we did a lot of testing, we have had several samples of that. We now have an operating window from minus 30 degrees Celsius until 160 degrees Celsius. Within that window, the consistency doesn't change. It doesn't get thicker.
So this Dura grease here is really something unique to the market. And I gotta say, having fished it cold condition, warm condition, it's amazing how well it stays on the gearing and that buttery feeling that you get.
That's what you need. At the same time, you know, what also happens with quite a lot of greases on the market is that with the gearing touching each other, there's a lot of pressure. And then sometimes
it wants to rub off. You can feel here how it stays on the fingers.
You can try to take it off.
You can't get it off.
But basically there will always be
that film that covers your metal.
A thin layer in there.
So in all honesty, I mean, is there some trick to this? Is this some kind of hocus pocus, or what is the chemical here? It's more or less odorless.
It's biodegradable.
Okay.
That's another thing that I found important, especially nowadays. You know, it's a topic. And there are different components in there, but like I said, it's biodegradable. This stuff can be used in the food industry as well.
So this really feels amazing, and that's what gives us that super smooth gear feeling here.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, that's fantastic though. So the Dura grease is definitely something that we got that we put a lot of hours and a lot of testing inside here, and we came up with this solution here. And I gotta say, this really works. Again, I gotta say, with all the ergonomics, the physics, the sizing, the weights, the mechanical functions, and then we add this Dura grease to it. It's just superb for the Savage Gear.
Yeah, it's amazing. This grease really is.
Okay, so that brings us a little bit to the busy end here. The spool design and the drag system that we are using here. It seems to me that it's super easy to get the perfect line lay on these reels. So what's the trick here?
We use it's called dynamic line management. And the way to create this line lay is to set up the right number of teeth in your pinion gear and the correct slider. And these need to match perfectly, and then you will create something like this.
So you manage to get this tolerance so fine that you get this perfect buttery line lay.
Yeah.
Then, as I understand it, we worked a lot with the washers, so it's super simple to adjust your line lay.
Exactly. If you feel that it's not completely what you want, what you need, if it's conical, upside, downside, whatever, then you can take one washer out or add one washer, and then it will straightens up.
And here's a little key feature. I know that we got several thicknesses of the drag washer, so you can actually fine-tune it superbly. Yeah, so that's something that I gotta say that you really cracked this again, that we are able to adjust and fine-tune the line lay, but coming right out of the box. Basically, I just spooled these two reels here. I put 120 yards, 15-pound braid on, and they just sit there bang on. I didn't do anything. Maybe you want to tell us a little bit about the different drag systems that we have.
Yeah, we have 3 different drag systems, and we call them FCS1, FCS2, and FCS3. FCS1, that's our felt drag system. Then we come up in quality with carbon drag washers. And then the third step that we have, it's basically a 3-layer washer that we have. You have a carbon drag washer, in between a glass fiber, and underneath again carbon. Pressed together. The advantage there is that sooner or later, if you fish, especially as much as you do, your drag system will show some wear. Smoothness will be a bit less. The drag power will be a little bit less.
Yep.
What you then do is you take out the washers, you turn them around, put them back in, and you have a brand new drag system.
Yeah, but that's awesome. And again, you know, the attention you guys pay to the details, the smoothness of the drag, and actually the drag setting, the window is super optimized for our kind of fishing. You don't want the window to be too small, and you don't want it to be too big. You need to have this very precise way so you easily can handle it just by turning it a few degrees. So I think, again, you guys cracked this really amazing. And another thing is that we got the braid ready spools here, so you just tie your braid on, and you can basically put it on right there. So I gotta say, Robert, coming from a lot of hours of fishing and seeing how you guys in the engineering department has listened to every single little detail that we gave you, handle length, handle knobs, the spools, basically the lip angle on the spool, the way that we can cast this, there's no wind knots, you got the line roller size absolutely perfect, so there's no kink to the line. So all in all, I gotta say that this is a job well done.
I had a lot of help. You know what we need to do, and that's key in the development, especially on the reels, but it goes also for rods. It's for the angler.
Yeah.
You need to have the angler involved. You know, and we are lucky. We have you on board. We have Jose in the US. We have all over Europe.
The whole team, Australia.
Australia, they were involved. So everybody was involved, and we collect all the feedback during field testing, and then we adjust until it is what the angler wants. Yeah, you know, and we have signed this off.
Super excited for this, Robert. Gotta say.
Yeah, no, me too. I'm really proud of this.
So this is our new first range that we're introducing here for freshwater. I do use these in our brackish waters and in our Danish fjords and for sea trout and stuff. I haven't had any saltwater issues at all. Fantastic reel for sea trout fishing, pike, perch, you know, across the board. I gotta say that this is super exciting. We got accessories, pouches, and we got the maintenance kit. We got everything lined up, and you and I, we know what is in the pipeline.
It's the beginning, isn't it?
This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
So yeah, gotta say that this has been a fantastic journey. Yeah. We are ready to hit the market with our first generation.
For sure.
Hey, Robert, appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
It was so awesome.
Talk soon.